So the latest update news has dropped for World of Tanks console, featuring the new season Overlord. Obviously we covered the actual season pass itself, but there are a wide variety of things that are coming with this update, including clans, or at least some updates to clans so that you'll be able to see them in game. Regiments they're called within the game, as well as kind of going through some of the other information, including a new event, which is the D-Day Sword Beach event. Alright, so we'll cover all of this in today's video alongside some of the other stuff, and there has been some changes to a couple of tanks as well in addition to this. So without further ado, let's jump into the update. The first thing that I want to cover is the size of this update. If you are wanting to play directly when the update goes live, it is a fairly substantial one. If you're playing on Xbox One, it's 3.7 gigabytes. If you're playing on PS4, it's 4 gigabytes. Xbox Series S and X is 4.8 gigabytes. And your PS5 and PS5 Pro is 3.3 gigabytes. So fairly chunky update. But of course, you know, it shouldn't take too long if you've got, you know, fiber optic broadband. But if you haven't, and you're running on older kind of internet lines, maybe you live in the middle of nowhere where they haven't got round to actually putting in fiber or whatever, depending on your internet speed, etc., then yeah, it could take you a little bit of time. So I thought I'd let you guys know about that one. And so June 3rd is tomorrow, so usually the updates go live at 10 AM in the morning, or at least that's when they close down the servers, and they usually kind of then go on and update the game, and then it comes back online later on in the day. Don't know how long the downtime may be during this period. It is sometimes an hour, sometimes it's longer, sometimes it can be even longer than that, depending on the size of the update, and considering this is a sizable update, could expect the downtime to be a little bit longer. Obviously, with bigger updates on the game, we may see that there's an issue and they close down the servers because it is quite a big update. And of course, with everyone jumping on, maybe there comes some bugs or whatever. Maybe they have to increase the downtime, etc. But yes, the new event and new season is coming out. I've covered it. You can check that video out as the previous video on the channel. But the D-Day Sword Beach event, what is this one all about? Well, take on the role of a British tanker assaulting Sword Beach during the Normandy... why have I just said it like that? Normandy invasion. Your mission, secure the beachhead by eliminating all enemies, push inland to take control of 2 key objective points, and then you have to defeat the elite German forces and destroy the enemy airbase. So you're kind of moving inwards from the beach and completing the set objectives as you go through to do that. So it features a new endgame cinematic that will play in the background behind the victory or defeat display. So you'll see the actual cinematic, and it will change depending on if it's a win or a loss. And so that's nice, you know, extra bits to add in, makes it feel a bit more immersive, that sort of stuff. So I think that is good. And then securing victory will award you the Sword Beach trophy, which is for like a piece of garage gear that you can put in your customizable garage. So if you remember the previous D-Day event that we had, you actually were able to pick up basically a similar sort of version of this, except this time now it's going to have the Sword Beach added on there as well. And then we also have some more information apparently on what this event actually has. So D-Day Sword Beach event, it's for 1 week, so it isn't for the entire season, it's only for a week, and it's a special PvE mode, so you're not playing against other players, you're not playing against other people. Although I would like to maybe even see that you could do a mode like this, or at least Wargaming introduce a mode where maybe it is PvP, but it's orientated around a certain, you know, theme. Like for example, D-Day. I don't know that that is the best one to implement as a, you know, a game mode because of its historical significance. With one side being, yeah, I think you guys get the drift. But in this event, you'll be joining the British in their assault on Sword Beach. So it's only British tanks, only tanks from tier 6 to 7. Artillery is not allowed. So you're going to be seeing things like, for example, Cromwell's, snake bites, and this sort of stuff. So once the match is underway, your mission begins. You'll be part of a team ranging from 7 to 10 players in size that will have 15 minutes to complete 3 phases. Phase 1 is securing the beach and moving to flare checkpoints. Then you've got capture the cliffs, capture the town, and then phase 3 is destroy fuel in hangars and then defeat the final boss, either the Black Baron or the Red Tiger Regiment as well. So it can be either one of those. You read that correctly. Remember that this game is inspired by history. That means in addition to battling enemies, enemy German tanks attacking stationary pillboxes that fire at you and dodging airstrikes, you also fight a boss battle. So the boss you fight will be random each time you play. And so you'll also have these stationary pillboxes that fire at you and dodging airstrikes. So airstrikes, a brand new mechanic coming into the game. I don't think we've ever seen actual airstrikes come into the game. So I'm assuming they work kind of like artillery would be in how they actually play out in the game. You know, maybe there's a warning to tell you that, you know, this area is going to be hit with an airstrike, so just move out of the area. You get the drift. I mean, it's going to be probably pretty obvious if there's an airstrike incoming. And then, yeah, you can make of that what you will. And then stationary pillboxes. Now, hopefully we're able to actually destroy the stationary pillboxes, which hopefully is going to be it, considering they're putting attacking. So maybe you can destroy those as well. You can play the D-Day Sword Beach event as many times as you want. After each successful completion of the entire event, so all 3 phases, you'll receive the Sword Beach medal. And then after your first victory, and only for the first victory, you will reward the D-Day Sword Beach event trophy as well. Then the other points is that respawns are enabled, so if you do get taken out, you can respawn. Silver and XP can be earned in the event, which is good. You can actually earn silver and XP. Boosters can't be used within the event, and repair and resupply costs will apply, so you still lose money on using your repairs and that sort of stuff. Ammo pickups will be available on the map, so you can restock ammunition if you run out, depending on how well you perform. I suppose more experienced players are going to be able to survive longer and therefore maybe need more ammo. And so, yeah, you're constantly fighting in these sorts of events. The last one, really good, and hopefully it will continue with this one. There is challenges as well that come alongside this. So you can see there is points for the D-Day Sword Beach, as well as you do get rewards. So you can see here we've got a wide variety of rewards coming in with Frank Kane 3D Hero Commander. So Frank Kane, we should say, which gives you not only the commander but also 5 overlord season points. But you do need 250 points. You've got yourself a overlord war chest, as well as a Black Baron flag, and then you've got some camos as well. So the Sword Beach Master Camo voucher, which you do get 150 points. And so in order to earn the points, you get them for doing things within the event. So a win gives you 5 points. Defeating the Black Baron or the Red Tiger Regiment gives you +3 points. Securing the beach gives you 1 point. Destroying a bunker gives you 2 points. And destroying a pillbox gives you 1 point. So essentially it looks pretty darn good in terms of the points and how long it should take you. Hopefully it won't take you, you know, like 50 times going through the same event, as that could probably get a little bit boring. But I think, you know, maybe it will take 20, 30 times or something like that. And so over a week, you know, you play a couple times a day. I think it's not too bad. And you do get rewarded with some decent, you know, cosmetic stuff that I think people are going to want mainly. To be honest, it'll be the cosmetics and, of course, the commander as well. And then you do get the 5 overlord season points. So it's essentially like 1 extra free level on the season pass. And then D-Day Sword Beach bonus challenges. So you can get the Black Baron skin for the Tiger 2 and the Red Tiger skin for the Tiger 1. And you do that by dealing 10,000 damage to Black Baron vehicle in any number of battles. And then deal 19,000 damage to Red Tiger Regiment vehicles in any number of battles. These can be spread across multiple Red Tiger vehicles. So this is any number of battles, by the way. So it's not just one. So I think that is pretty darn good. This is what the Black Baron skin will be. This is on the Tiger 2. And then you've got the Red Tiger for the Tiger 1. So this is what it looks like. I mean, these are some pretty nice looking skins. So yeah, I think, you know, if you're after cosmetics, if you're after skins, which are kind of my favorite thing in the game, you know, gives a bit more flair and something extra to kind of grind towards, this is a decent event for that. So I'm happy that they've introduced this one. Sales, Sword Beats Chargers. So essentially you got a 30% discount on British Tech Tree vehicles between tiers 6 and 7. So you'll be able to pick up any tier 6 and 7 like British Tech Tree vehicles. So whether that be a Cromwell, an AT7, you know, any of the tanks, all of them are available. And so next, should you desire additional firepower, head to the store and you can get a load of premium tanks as well. So we've got the Mild Steel Warrior, which comes with this Cromwell Snakebite and a 2D Commander for 4,500 gold, and which is quite expensive, to be honest, for a tier 6. And then you got the Sherman Firefly Boilermaker. So this is kind of a green skinned version of the Sherman Firefly. I think there's a normal Firefly versus the Boilermaker. I think they're the exact same tank, if I remember correctly. But that's 4,300 gold. And then the Snakebite on its own without the Essential Commander. So it saves you a little bit of gold, 150. And then the same thing with the Sherman Firefly Boilermaker. You've got the Churchill AVRE, which is kind of the derp Churchill at tier 7. So it's like a Churchill 7, but with the derp. So that's nice. You got the Jackal, which is the M4A4 FL10, which has an autoloader. It's like an autoloading Sherman with an AMX turret. And so you got 4 shots in the clip, and it does 150 damage, 135 damage. So you can deal 540 damage in total with this thing, if I read that correctly. Then you've got the FE201A45. So this is kind of like a Centurion mixed with like a Carnarvon type thing. It's a tier 7. It has like high DPM. But it does have low damage. It's only 150 damage per shell, but the reload is very, very quick. Penetration wise, it's okay for a tier 7. It's actually pretty decent on its premium. But yeah, I don't think the tank is particularly that good in like actual battles, non-event related. You got the British Bulldog, so this is like the Churchill 7 that is green. I mean, I think I had this. I think it was given away as part of an event that you could complete years ago. I think it was probably one of the first premiums a long time ago that I reviewed when I started making YouTube videos. I mean, I've been doing it for like 4 years consistently, I think, at this point. But at the same time, I do believe that this was, you know, a vehicle quite a while ago that was released. But that is actually out for sale, so 6,750 gold. Do I think it's worth that? Absolutely not. It is not particularly that great. It was fun. It was good. But is it worth 6,750 gold considering you can get tier 8s for not much more money? Yeah, I don't think so. You've got the Sentinel AC4. This one is a bit of a meme tank because it has a little thing on the front that wiggles. So if you guys know what I mean, it has motion or physics on this little sus looking thing on the front. So yeah, it's a meme tank. It's not particularly very good though, so I wouldn't really recommend it as a competitive vehicle. And then you've got the Banshee Comet, which is basically like a skinned version of the Comet. Looks pretty nice. I like the Comet. I find it fun, probably because I'm British, so there's a bit of bias there. But, you know, it's essentially like a premium Comet. There's not a huge amount of differences, and it has a skin to it. So if you really like it, you could get it. But once again, it's very expensive for a tier 7 vehicle. 8,250 gold. That is insanely expensive. So yeah, very, very expensive in my eyes, and I don't think it's worth it considering you can play the standard Comet in the game for free. And then there's D-Day sales as well, so there's a 25% discount on all equipment, as well as 30% discount on all Tech Tree tanks from tiers 7 to 10. So not only are you getting the British tanks from tier 6 to 7 at 30% discount, you're also getting all tech tree tanks between tier 7 and 10 being 30% off. So this is a great time to purchase a load of those tier 7 to 10 tanks. Maybe you go back and you realize you actually really like a tank from that you've played in the past. Now is a really good time to actually go ahead and purchase those. And you know, maybe you want to sell some of your tanks now, and then you can, you know, save up some of that silver that you've just sold them for before the event goes live tomorrow, if you're watching it on the day of release. If you do sell a tank and it's on a discount in silver, you do get a reduced amount of silver when you do sell it. So I would highly recommend not selling vehicles from tiers 7 to 10 during this period, unless you're going to buy another tank during this period at the same time. But yeah, that's something to note. And then you also have some camos that you can buy as well. So you can claim thematic cosmetics, including several new camo sets from the store. So you've got the Across the Channel camo set, you've got the Transatlantic camo set, Sword Beachmaster camo set, which you can get off of the event, I believe, as well. Beach inscriptions, same as like the sorts of ones that we had before, Khan or Bust, and then In the Mood as well. So you can get those as well. So yeah, looks like a pretty decent start to the update so far, but we've also got a returning map that has been updated and renamed to Sword Beach. Now this was previously Khan or Can, I don't know, I'm not French, but essentially this map was a fun map. It had a bit of problems with regards to being balanced because it was pretty much like a mid-ridge fight. So things like Cranvangs would do well on this map previously, but that has got an updated design. There's a new visual theme of the map featuring a new theatre of war, lighting and visuals, all designed to transport you to 1944 Normandy. Why have I said that again? It's Normandy. Anyway. Battles tiers 9+, so it's only 9 and 10 that are going to see this, as well as Cold War all eras. It's 1200 by 1200, so standard. And then you've got standard team destruction, assault, encounter as the modes, and then custom games you have multi-base assault, and then the camouflage environment is summer. So yeah, I mean the map itself looks pretty good. You've got this beach area, you've got kind of like a central hill in the middle of the map. As it previously was, you got this bunker area or like a stronghold area looking thing, like a camp over here. So they've definitely done some work to what it actually is like in the game since the actual original map was in there. But yeah, looks pretty good as well. And then we move on to the regiments. So this is where I talked about the clans at the beginning. So clans have now been rebranded to regiments and brought into the game. All existing clans will remain intact and converted to a regiment at no cost, so you don't have to pay anything. Don't worry about having to pay to convert to the new update. The regiments tab is what you'll find in the garage, so you can go there and access all things regiments. On the tab, you can create one, you can join one, you can view your regiment headquarters, and you can manage your own regiment as well. The regiment headquarters, you can see the regiment member list. It will display your regiment members and their online status. This makes platooning much easier, so you can actually see them, invite them, you know, you can see who's online, that sort of stuff. It's just easier to have your own clan now. Much like you would see with a lot of the other systems on other games with regards to platoons. Along with regiments comes a new exclusive currency, so regiment coins. So you can spend these regiment coins in the regiment store section, which contains exclusive content only for clans, such as emblems, camo, and exclusive tank at the launch, the ARMT. So at launch, this seems like they're going to be adding other things to the regiment in the future. So, yeah, I expect that we'll see some updates. I would expect that given that they've spent the time to actually add this into the game, they are expecting to do more things, add more things to the regiments. So earning regiment coins, so how do you actually get them? So base earnings, regimental coins can be earned through gameplay. These are static actions that will earn regiment coins, so you can gain up to 40 coins per battle for your base earnings. So playing a battle gives you 10 coins, winning a battle gives you 10 coins, Play a platoon battle with a regiment member, that will give you 10 coins, and winning with a regiment member gives you 10 coins. So it's emphasizing you'll get more coins if you play with your platoon mates, or regiment mates, I should say. So your clan mates. And then premium account bonus. So premium account provides a 50% bonus to your base earnings. So if your base earnings are 40 coins, you'll receive a total of 60 coins with a premium account. So yeah, that is basically it. You'll get 50% more coins if you have premium time. Daily missions. To be honest, I don't like this. I feel like I'm not completely against it, as like it. Most people who probably are in a clan do have premium account, but it does kind of draw on that whole thing of like, if you're in a clan and your clan mates are all getting 60 points and you're only getting 40, that you feel pressured into buying premium account, which is probably why this is a thing, rather than everyone just getting the same amount of regiment points without having to pay. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really like that sort of thing where it kind of isn't forced on you, but it's also like you feel pressured into doing it, especially if you're in a clan and you know, you're trying to compete with your other mates who are earning coins 50% faster than you are. Daily missions. In addition to your base earnings, you can earn regimental coins by completing daily missions. So daily missions are personal, so they're only for you. So you must complete them yourself. They can be completed only once daily. So daily missions can be found in your regiment headquarters tab. So you have to go onto your regiment and have a look at what you've got. The post-battle results screen has also been updated to display regiment coins. The detailed earnings page is now separated into 2 tabs, currency and experience tabs. For more information, check out our new regiments game guide. So they do have a website link as well for the regiments. But this is the new tank that's coming in. I don't know if they stated what tier it is. ARMT. I don't know exactly what tier that this would be, but it is there. And then you've got some camos that looks like you're going to be able to earn through the regiment store, so you can see them here. They look pretty good, except from this one. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe it's because it's on the Sherman. It's probably not the best tank to have it on. But my favorite will be like this one and this one. I think they look pretty good. And then I'm interested to get my hands on this thing, see what it's like, and kind of give that one a go. Improved filter system. So filters are now independent from each other to improve the user experience. So you can go to Cold War mode and set up a filter for your tank garage there, and it will not affect your World War II garage filters. And then this lets you set up filters without having to reset them each time you change game mode, which is nice. So there's a bit of a quality of life update. So if you swap between the game modes, you don't have to reset your filter. So it will stay, it's like separate now. Same goes from the premium tech tree filter as well. So it's independent from the garage filter. Improved store preview. So you can now rotate tank previews to get a 360 degree view of the tank. This includes camo skin and previews as well. So yeah, looks nice. So you can actually see your tank in 3D when you're looking at them. And then improved explosion effects and audio. Explosions in game have been updated both visually and audibly. There are new destructive effects that will vary based on how a vehicle is destroyed, such as normal destruction, ramming, fire, and ammo rack detonations. Now, hopefully the smoke that comes off of this isn't obnoxiously bad, because unlike PC, you can't remove the effects from your own game. So yeah, hopefully the smoke isn't too detractive from the actual gameplay, because we've had issues with performance as well when it comes to smoke in the game previously, whereby like people were crashing on their Xboxes and PlayStations when smoke was around. That was a long time ago, but maybe that may be an issue, so we'll see what that's like. New audio was added to accompany these visuals, updates and improve the prioritization logic for gun and explosion sounds. This allows the explosion reflections to be heard more globally throughout the map for a more immersive experience, taking advantage of the PS5 and Xbox Series X platform. We also increased the number of total audio instances that can be played at any given time. So essentially there's just things are louder with more explosions. So yeah, I think that could be good. Then there's a couple of tank balance changes to World War II. The only one is the Highlander 116F3. I think they missed an opportunity here to buff some of the older premium vehicles that haven't seen love in a long time. So that would have been nice. But they've improved the damage that the Highlander 116F3 does, alongside reduced its terrain resistances to allow it to keep up its top speed. They buffed the reload of the tank as well, so it's going to fire faster and deal more damage, and it's more accurate. Then on Cold War, you got the Type 59D, where they've given it increased health burn per second, so it's going to lose more health every single time, but it has more health now. Effective armor against ATGM penetrations has gone from 35. I would assume this is supposed to be 350, all the way up to 403. It could be like there was just one thing in there that was so low that for some reason, when an ATGM hit it, it was like penning for full damage, even though it shouldn't have. If it is meant to be 35, but that should be significant. Rotation speed has gone up so it can turn quicker. Health, you've got more of it on the turret. And then rotation speed has gone up alongside view range, and you've got some increased armor as well against ATGMs. So yeah, you're going to see that. And then accuracy's got better for the 105, and the reload has gone down, so you've got more DPM. And then radio has gone up, nothing too major there. Type 63-1. We've seen better terrain resistances, better rotation speed on both of the chassis. And then turret, we're seeing better rotation speed as well as accuracy, and a significant buff to the reload of about 10%. And then 10% increase to accuracy and reload time. Has also gone down for the V2 version of the 85mm. And then radio has been improved on all packages. Norinco Type 62, this has also seen some buffs to essentially its rotation, its terrain resistances, some DPM buffs, and its radio and stuff like that. Type 62-1, similar sort of thing, literally the same basically. Type 63 HG has got more health burn, but it has more health by a slight amount, so nothing major there. And then its terrain resistances have got better, alongside increased rotation, more health, better view range, and more accuracy and DPM essentially, and better radio. And then Type 63 HD90, which has more health burn, but similar sort of thing where you're getting more health, more rotation speed, better accuracy, better DPM. And then Type 80, more health burn, better rotation, better health, better view range, and slightly better aim time. And then Type 80-2 and Type 85-1, they've got they've both basically got rotation speed upgrades and view range and that sort of stuff. Some of the armor's been changed significantly on the Type 85-1, and then it's got also some view range changes and better DPM, so that should be significant. Usually these DPM buffs are like 5% to 10%, so they're quite decent. And then you've got Type 85-IIM, which is essentially more armor, so it's got more protection. And then it's got better rotation speed, it's got better armor against ATGMs, and yeah, it's got better reload, aim time, that sort of stuff, and more view range. And then yeah, Type 85-3, it's got better ATGM armor, or at least effective armor against it, and concealment and that sort of stuff, view range, etc. It's basically the same sort of thing throughout. And then Type 88A, more health burn, same sort of thing. Better rotation speed, better view range, better DPM. That's basically it. Same with the Type 89, similar sort of thing. It's basically the same thing for all of these, and the Type 90-2. So realistically, all of these kind of getting buffed. And then the WZ141 second prototype has 2 Type 75-105 recoilless rifles, is now getting a massive buff to its reload by about 15% maybe, 10% ish. And then you've got, maybe it's like 7 actually, because it's 1.2 seconds. Yeah, so it's probably about 7-ish%. And then rail launchers, you also got a significant reduction in its reload time. WZ132 Model 3 also seeing its health burn going up, its health is going up. And then, yeah, you've got more view range and stuff on the turrets. And, yeah, generally looking pretty decent for the Cold War. So a big one for Cold War, a very small one for World War II. And then there's also a couple of issues addressed. So if it was no longer reset after playing a match or accessing various menus for event modes. New indicator on the garage customization list now uses the correct gold star icon. The Monkey King icon now displays correctly on the post-battle result screen, and siege mode vehicles now work correctly after respawning. They weren't working correctly before. So yeah, and a couple of changes to tanks that weren't working as intended that you can pause the video and read through. I'm not going to go through them all. But yeah, there you go. It was a very, very big update in terms of both quality of life and a new event. I'm really looking forward to giving this D-Day event and going through it and actually seeing what it's going to be like in-game in practice as opposed to theory. And of course that will be available tomorrow if you're watching this video. Hopefully that covers everything, quite a bit to go through today. And yeah, I hope you have a really good day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video coming soon. Goodbye.